So I know you haven't seen a Jurassic Park video from me in quite a while. It's because I got into some old stuff, and I'll get into that much later on. But now I came to talk about how I was concerned for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that I saw just on the 20th on the LA Natural History Museum that particularly gave me a ticket to see the movie. I saw it, and like I said before, very concerning, and it was quite on the edge of sucking. And I find some scenes that were unnecessary and stereotypical and cliche, especially from the old trilogy. And I thought there were some shining moments that were great and some very effective scenes. I wanted this movie to be good. I really did. And I was hoping that some critics would be proven wrong, that it could be better than the first Jurassic World movie. But after I saw the Rotten Tomato meter, yeah, I was on the edge of depression, and because I never wanted a Jurassic Park movie to be worse than this.
Alan! Alan!
But it seems as though the people who didn't like the first Jurassic World movie had their concerns, and those were only just the warnings on what was going to happen in the sequel that we never knew about. And judging by the trailers, I could tell when it was first released something was wrong, because they promised us on Facebook and everywhere in their announcements that saying there was going to be a new dinosaur that was way different looking, more animatronics, but it's just the same thing. They used the same hybrid, similar to Indominus, but they just added a yellow stripe and made it a black color. And I would like to say that they kind of killed the idea of making a hybrid dinosaur now. Why I say that? Because they're just going to use the same design. But here's the thing, I can't understand why they're using the same design. Okay, so what? It's the same thing as Indominus. Okay, it needs a mother. But why not actually create a dinosaur that looks like Frankenstein, but except the dinosaurs are all mashed together? Why not have a Triceratops head and a T-Rex body and a Stegosaurus plates on? Wouldn't we see that? That'd be cool. Now, forgive me if my voice isn't picking up that much. It's because I'm a little bit tired at this point, and I just want to get this review straightened on. I've seen the movie 2 times in a row, so I'm trying to make it quick before anyone else could express their opinion, and I'm too late to say the words that people say, oh, that's too similar to what people said. You're plagiarizing someone else's criticism. Keep in mind, I'm trying my best, so please just have patience. So now I'm going to get into spoilers, because I'm going to express my problems with the movie first and foremost, so that I can make the people understand in this review what's my problem and concern for this film. Opening of the movie, where the Mosasaurus gate is connected to the ocean. Like, really? In the first Jurassic World movie, it's clearly told that the Jurassic World Lagoon, if it's called, it's nowhere near the ocean, and it's completely separate. Here, it's just connected to the ocean, where the gate is blocking it, and open, of course. Who decided that was a good idea again? I mean, the first time I saw this was at the Jurassic Park 25th anniversary, where I went to as I was about to watch the movie of the first Jurassic Park movie. And before the movie was even playing, it showed a clip of the opening of Jurassic World, especially the titles. And that's when I noticed something was wrong at that exact point. And I thought, hey, you know what? Maybe they might explain it more. But they didn't really. They just went with it. And some of the characters are stereotypical and cliche, and I can totally tell, too. And they don't even reach the goal of being funny at all. And I kid you not, their screen time is mind-boggling, such as, oh, you can go in, tiger, or you better straighten up, just as the girl is explaining what these bullets can do. Like, I kid you not. Oh, God. Is this movie written by SJWs? Like, at first, when I was going into this movie, I thought this whole relationship was going to be a dumb Chris Pratt and a Bryce Dallas Howard relationship funny moment that no one wanted to see. But it gets worse. Much worse when I was going to go in that I didn't realize. I didn't know what I was in for. And I kid you not, the stereotypical characters get worse. Because that's not the only one. Because here, one of the stereotypes, played by Buffalo Bill, enters the Indoraptor's cage, tranking it with 2 darts because he wanted an Indoraptor tooth for his dinosaur necklace. And I found myself saying at the theater, what the fuck? So after Buffalo Bill tried to rip off the tooth off the Indo, Then the Indo gives a little smirk before ripping his arm off, reducing him to a crying bitch. Cause it's exactly what the audience wants to see. So after Buffalo Bill gets murdered by the Indoraptor, only then does the Donald Trump impersonator has his chance to escape. Like, where were you when Buffalo Bill was still around? Couldn't you just, like, tell him not to go in there? Or at least ask him to escort you? So Trump impersonator decides to run for the elevator before the Indoraptor could even notice him. But a screaming woman notices the Indo eating Buffalo Bill and then starts to scream. The most cliche scream we've ever seen in every movie. So after they close the door, Indoraptor swings its tail, accidentally flickering the buttons, thus opening the elevator door, thus killing the Donald Trump impersonator. Oh, how ironic, judging by the trailers. And the whole concept of Indoraptor is bland. I mean, for one, it's the same thing as Indominus, but except without the abilities of Indominus, but taking orders as humans. Oh, speaking of taking orders, thanks to Owen Grady's research on the Velociraptor, it can finally take commands from humans. But according to Dr. Henry Wu, it still needs a mother in order for it to take commands, especially when it needs to feel sympathy, same as how it shows an exposition of how Blue sympathizes with Pratt. Wait, what? Wait, I thought it'd take human commands. Now it needs a mother? God, this is getting so stupid. It gets even more stupid. After selling the dinosaurs, then they decided to show off the prototype version of the Indoraptor. After showing its weak abilities that no one would agree that dinosaurs would be good in a war, out of nowhere, a Russian bids 20 million after they couldn't say that it's just a prototype and not for sale, that it'd be coming soon and not yet ready. They stupidly agree, negating Henry Wu's logic on not selling the prototype because the project wouldn't be ready and the bidders would find out sooner or later after they buy it. Yeah, really fucking logical sense, scriptwriter. And how come the dinosaurs don't suffocate in the toxic gas when Bryce Dallas Howard is making the choice to release them or not? And shouldn't they be sick from it? Because that's not how surviving gas works. And the way the discount John Hammond is killed off just by his cane shattered. Because that death sequence is so overused. How do they catch the rest of the dinosaurs, for example, the T-Rex, from the island to the boat just that fast? And how did the security guards not notice them and the commotion that they caused using a truck to land right onto the boat just in time? And why did you leave the boat open for what? You wanted to have an excuse action sequences for Hollywood, of course? And how was this not paying attention? Like, nobody recognizes them at all or see them similar, saying, oh, we know it's them. Like, really? So you were able to notice them and have suspicion on them when they first got into the house to stop all of it, but you couldn't notice them on the boat? Does this director knows what he's doing? And finally, the dinosaurs being released out in the public. Like, none of that's going to cause any problems. No police helicopters are going to shoot it down at least, or at least have some sort of military capture it. Why not engine, though? Alright, we'll buy into those logic, and that's pretty much it for my problems about this film. Alright, let's talk about the good stuff. So, it starts off with a very effective scene that actually hits me too. Like, the scene where the Brachiosaurus is left behind, forcing our protagonist to watch as it dies. And before it dies, it gives off a beautiful pose referencing to the original Jurassic Park. It's meant to be effective and sad, feeling how sorry we are for it when we didn't pick it up. And the Indoraptor head design is really good. I think it's way better than the first, but I don't think its characteristics is as better than Indominus Rex. Well, the music is satisfying, and I thought some of the actors were great, along with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, and especially the discount John Hammond. I thought he did a pretty wonderful job of what he was acting at. And the T-Rex screen time is still the best thing I've ever seen. I mean, sure, there are some poses that are unnecessary and cliche, like some cheesy Hollywood movie, but at least it wasn't that concerning to me. And I thought releasing the dinosaurs into the open world was pretty good, I guess. I love some of the camera works, and I love all the dinosaur designs, and well, that's pretty much about it. But I am going to call this film a little disappointing because I'm giving this one a 5.9 out of 10. And one thing I would like to discuss about the marketing and plus releasing theatrically outside of the US, because for one, I seem to be hyped of the marketing, but ever since I saw the trailers, which looked concerning to me because I didn't realize this film was going to go downhill, because I wanted this movie to be good, like I said before. You're going to call me a hypocrite for saying this, but the reason why Universal Studios decided to release it outside of the US is because they knew that it was bad. Because of all the aspects that couldn't be fixed, it's about as a broken mess as The Phantom Menace is. Hey, you can call me Mr. Blinket for reviewing this, and besides, my review isn't that type of style, cause otherwise Universal Studios might copy strike me for using trailer stock footages, and especially from the original movie, just like what happened to Dishonored Wolf and the guy who made Unbridled Rage or Unbridled Praise, cause I'm basically gonna side with them. I can't say I blame them, cause Universal is basically milking the crap out of the Jurassic Park franchise. But my point is, Jurassic Park honestly deserves better. But, not to be a nitpicking asshole, but this explosive giant cash grab marketing is way too fucking much. How? I've basically seen it everywhere. They've been secretly releasing the toy lines, and especially all its advertisement through Cokes, boxes, cardboard, DVD special editions that I find pretty bad, and all those toys, you name it, and especially the shirts, all of it. All of that marketing is just kind of annoying, but a little impressive. But not to say it gives any nostalgic moments, as I'm sorry if I should say this, but the Lost World, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park 3 marketing, at least those give better nostalgia moments. Now, here's my advice for the upcoming sequel. Just try and reintroduce the cast. I mean, if you're gonna introduce the new characters to the Jurassic Park universe, to the old characters, such as Dr. Alan Grant, Ellie, like, get the old cast back together to make the new cast, and so that they could pass the torch to the new ones. And yes, even from the Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, as much as I hate it, now I'm finally giving it a pass. Not to say that Fallen Kingdom is bad, although it does have its decencies. And have a little scene where Owen Grady meets Dr. Grant and discussing their differences between the Velociraptors. That would have been a great scene. And how about you pay a nice little tribute card to Richard Attenborough and saying, "In memory of Richard Attenborough," or "For Richard Attenborough." That would have been a great thing to see for the audiences. It would have paid great respect to him. And have a great scene where the kids talk about how great John Hammond was. That's what I wanted to see in that Jurassic Park universe. That'd be a great thing. And I'm willing to hope for the future of the Jurassic Park franchise that it wouldn't be awful either. Because it's very concerning to see how the Jurassic Park series is going. And I don't want to see it go downhill in the future. All I want for it is to be a great trilogy, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, being all about dinosaurs. And have it delayed and not in about 3 or 4 years later, so that in the hopes you could make it much more better, and in case you could improve upon it. Now, to finally end this off, I would like to say that although I have given it a 5.9 out of 10 on my criticism point of view, but for my point of view, I give it a 6.5 out of 10, because it's the decency I could give this movie, and I've been a fan of this series for a long time, and especially it inspired me to be founded in the YouTube community of the dinosaur filmmaking franchise, because there's a ton of it. You can check it out on my favorite nostalgia childhood videos, because it's old videos of spoofs and parodies of the dinosaur community. And that's what I hope Jurassic Park is willing to do. Still inspire people instead of just creating bad SJW jokes like that. So, overall, a decent and okay type of movie. I'm just willing to pray that it'll be better.